Good morning. It is 6 a.m. Monday, first day after the time change.
Yeah, that's always weird to get
First
used
Monday,
to.
I guess.
Yeah, no, totally. And we got some rain overnight, quite a bit at my house, but not everybody saw it. Tamara, right?
Yeah, you know, kind of intermittent throughout the day yesterday, and the amounts were widely varying. Now, as we get into the next few hours of today, though, I think that the rain's going to be more of an equal opportunity event for most of us. Right now, things are quiet here in downtown as we look at the billboard there, brightly lit across the downtown. Temperatures are off to a cool start, so as you're getting the kids and yourself out the door for this Monday morning, they're probably going to want the rain gear, the rain jacket, things like that to keep them cool and to keep them, you know, from the rain showers impacting, you know, getting them soaked to the bone. Temperatures in the upper 50s to low 60s to start the morning. Sunrise, for reference, is at 6:38, so we're 37 minutes away from that happening. I do expect that around the 8 o'clock hour all the way through about 10 a.m. There's a good chance we have a really nice line of showers that goes through the area. Then beyond 10 o'clock, we're looking at more intermittent bands of showers on and off again with maybe a thunderstorm as well. Temperatures will be noticeably cooler today, and you'll feel a bit more of that south breeze at about 10 to 15. Daytime highs getting into the upper 60s. Right now, I've got rain showers I'm tracking, especially up along the northern Sierra. We've had rain pretty steadily across Plumas County. Now we're seeing some of that rain move down the Highway 20 corridor, so Grass Valley and Nevada City getting in on it. And then along Interstate 80, you can clearly see some of the rain line here as you go just to the east of Auburn, working your way towards Weimar area, and then up towards Colfax. The rain is coming down, and we've also got some steady light rain falling right now in the town of Lake of the Pines. As you get into the Sierra, it's been mainly rainfall, but the higher Sierra peaks are showing off some light snow. I'll take you through the forecast timing of who could see some better snowfall later today, coming up in your full forecast. Deirdre and Teo, back to you. All
right, thank you. Let's move to some breaking news now. Serious crash has shut down a road, the Browns Valley area of Yuba County. It happened just before 3:45 this morning on Marysville Road near Everglade Trail, just north of Highway 20. It's where we find KCRA3's Aaron Heft with a look at the scene. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Teo. A hard closure in effect as this investigation is still very much underway. I just want to give you eyes on this right now. We're not going to zoom in at this point because this is a confirmed fatality. What you're seeing is the coroner just arrive and approach one of the two vehicles. Now, for perspective, two vehicles were involved in a head-on collision. Both vehicles technically still on scene. You're taking a wide look at one, and then the other was just put on a tow truck and pulled off to the side. Now, this was initially reported as two people, major injuries in a head-on collision. This now confirmed to be a fatality of at least one person. On scene is CHP, Loma Rica Fire, CAL FIRE, and Yuba County Roads Department, who's closed the road. Now, according to fire officials on scene, a helicopter for an ambulance helicopter could not get to the victims because of the current weather conditions, and that investigation is still underway. Those road closures still in. And I have been told by all those here in Yuba County, because their county roads department is on scene alongside CHP, this will be a very elongated investigation. For more on the road closures, let's send it over to Brian.
All right, thanks, Aaron, for that work up there. And this is the location where she is, just off of Highway 20 in that Browns Valley area. So we'll keep on tabs with Aaron to let you know when they get that road reopened. We also have another fatality, this one just south of Yuba City. This is a vehicle off of Garden Highway into a tree right near Berry Road. So those two active investigations right now. You're asked to avoid that area as well. In the Sierra, this is a live look at Donner Pass. We've been monitoring the weather conditions. You can see very wet road up there right now. We are getting some snow at pass level over Carson Pass. Just checked in on Highway 88, no chain controls there. Highway 50 also pretty damp, as Tamara was talking about some of those showers that are making their way through South Lake Tahoe as well. Taking a look at 50 and 80, no problems coming in from Folsom and Roseville as you make your way into downtown. And then you can see 5 and 99 also in the green, which means we're running at the speed limit, and that includes 80 across the causeway, also looking good this morning. No problems through Stockton after we had a stalled vehicle on 99, slowed things down for a minute, but that's all cleared up. Northbound 99 in the Ripon area, we have a vehicle on the right-hand shoulder there. A little bit of a slowdown on that stretch. That's now a 19-minute ride out of Modesto. 205 is a 30-minute ride. Westbound 580, 28 minutes as you make your way over the Altamont Pass as they clear up a crash right near Grant Line Road. Highway 50, a 10-minute ride out of Rancho Cordova. Interstate 80, 9 minutes from Roseville to the Split. 5 is currently at 11 minutes, and 99, 12 minutes out of Elk Grove. Deirdre?
All right, Brian, thanks. In the meantime, Interstate 80 is back open this morning in Citrus Heights after a shutdown that went on for more than 10 hours. Now investigators are sorting sorting through the pursuit that ended in a crash and an armed man being shot and killed. The Highway Patrol says that it all started with a traffic violation at Norwood near Interstate 80 yesterday afternoon. However, the driver of the silver sedan kept going, got onto 80 eastbound, and then it turned into a pursuit. A Sacramento Sheriff's Office deputy with a K-9 unit also joined in, saying that the suspect crashed into a motorcyclist, then got out of the car with a knife. KCRA 3 has confirmed that the two CHP officers and the sheriff's deputy all shot at the suspect. It is unclear if they all hit him.
From there, the suspect was transported to the hospital where he has been pronounced deceased. The motorcycle rider was also transported to the hospital and is currently in critical condition.
Officials say it is unclear if the suspect crashed into that motorcyclist on purpose or if he lost control. They also have not clarified what the original traffic violation was that they were trying to stop him for. Officials say that he did not have any outstanding warrants, but he was known to law enforcement.
Well, happening this morning, a woman arrested in the 2021 murder of a Tahoe area man is scheduled to make her first court appearance today.
KCRA 3's Mike DeSalle joining us now live in Roseville with the very latest on that case.
Yeah, and good morning. And this morning, we're standing outside the Placer County Justice Santucci Justice Center because this afternoon is when this court hearing is set to take place. And take a look, because the person at the center of today's court hearing is this woman, Samantha Scott. She, along with former Major League Baseball player Dan Serafini, are accused in the killing of Serafini's father-in-law and attempted murder of his mother-in-law in their Homewood home back in June of 2021. Now, this is video provided by the Placer County Sheriff's Department showing Scott arriving in California after being extradited from Nevada. She was booked into the Auburn jail last week. So what is happening this afternoon here inside Department 20 right here behind me is the initial arraignment for Scott. She may or may not enter a plea, but Dan Serafini, that former Major League Baseball player who was also on a reality TV show, he has already pleaded not guilty to those charges of murder and attempted murder. Live in Roseville this morning, Mike DeSalle, KCRA 3 News.
All right, thank you, Mike. By the way, investigators have not publicly stated any potential motives for the murder and attempted murder charges.
1 week ago today, a small Amador County community was rocked by a random stabbing spree. Last night, friends and family held a vigil for Lori Owens, who was killed. Dozens of people from the community attended, and the police chief, officers, and firefighters all showed up to support the family. A representative for the family said that they are still demanding answers from state and local leaders, and they want to know why the man arrested, Joseph Jenkins, was in their community. He was on parole for attempted murder.
This isn't a battle any of us are going to be able to win on our own. This is a battle we all need to be a part of to protect our families and the good people left in this world.
And 2 other people stabbed survived that attack, and that does include a PG&E worker who happened to be on duty. Jenkins will be back in court on November the 17th.
Moving now to our coverage on the war in Israel, and Israel has indicated that an invasion of Gaza is less than 48 hours away. Richard Engel is covering the war from Israel for the Today Show.
The Israeli military said it carried out strong attacks against northern Gaza overnight, and that Israeli tanks and troops have now completely encircled Gaza City. Our team inside Gaza City tells us hundreds of thousands of civilians remain inside the city, not because they are being held hostage by Hamas, not because they are being penned in, but because they are too afraid to leave the city, or because they do not want to leave, believing that Israel's real goal is to drive Palestinians from their homes for good. I'll have a full story coming up on the Today Show.
And updating Richard's report there, the Hamas-backed health ministry in Gaza now says the death toll has topped 10,000. Meantime, calls for humanitarian pause are growing louder as the war escalates. Secretary of State Antony Blinken is spreading the message this morning, reassuring Arab allies of the U.S. effort to mitigate civilian deaths. KCRA 3's Amy Lou is in Washington now with a look at how that effort is going.
Well, so far, Israeli forces have pushed on, surrounding Gaza City at a costly toll. An estimated 9,700 Palestinians have been killed ever since the war began. That's according to Hamas. Secretary of State Antony Blinken arrived this morning in Turkey promoting a humanitarian pause to shuttle more aid to innocent people inside Gaza and get foreign citizens out. This follows days of traveling between Iraq, the West Bank, and Israel, as officials there say they're now within 48 hours of invading Gaza City. Israel's prime minister reiterated that no pause would happen without the return of over 200 Hamas hostages, while Arab leaders called for an immediate ceasefire, condemning the attack as genocidal war.
Seeing progress on hostages, that's something we're intensely focused on, but we also believe that a pause could help advance that proposition as well. And we're also very focused not only on Gaza, but what's happening in the West Bank. We've made very clear our concerns about extremist violence.
While meeting with Arab leaders, Secretary Blinken also discussed the shaping of a future Palestinian state and the need to stop the war from spreading. In Washington, I'm Amy Liu, KCRA 3 News.
Well, the U.S. military says a guided missile submarine has arrived in the Middle East. Central Command shared this picture, which appears to show the sub in the Suez Canal north of Cairo. Since announcements like this are rare, it seems the military is sending a strong message that the U.S. does not want the Israel-Hamas war to expand. Usually, these subs operate in near complete secrecy. This one joins 2 U.S. carrier strike groups and an amphibious ready group already in the area.